So I want to dispel this crap of privilege. I think it has been such a destructive idea perpetuated throughout our society, especially of late, although it's died down, thank God. But this idea of privilege is it's unfair because every group, socioeconomic, political, social, sexual, color, racial, doesn't matter. Every group has its assets and its liabilities, its privilege and its challenge. And this idea that a white heterosexual male has all the privilege is just nonsense. As you can see behind me, it's a little snowy out there. We just finished Thanksgiving, and I'm coaching a man who's going through a divorce. And it is anything but privilege as a man going through the divorce process, from the things that happened before and the police being involved, and she's absolutely believed and he's absolutely not. And life is messy. Life is complicated. I don't want to get into the nuance of it, but it's probably a two-way street a lot of the times, but that's not how it's experienced by at least the men that I've coached through divorce. I've never gone through one, but the stories that I hear about it being a man it's really hard to hear. And I can only imagine how difficult it is to go through it. And so this man has almost no rights over his kids, and he couldn't get them for Thanksgiving. He was willing to take them on the Friday, not the Thursday, but he got nothing. And so really struggling. And we talked about this, which is why I'm sharing it with you, that this notion of privilege, while he has no privileges, his kids through the divorce process. And I hear this more and more from men who have gone through that process. So if this is you and you're one of those men out there, you're not alone. And what we need to do, it's the work that I do with men, it's the work that we do in our groups, men's peer groups, is we bring men together to really take back our power, our voice, our worth beyond the net worth. That's another big one, is men grapple with this conflation of net worth and self-worth. And if you're not earning, you're not worthy. If you can't produce and provide in the presents that are coming up for the holiday season and the vacations, and who are you and really what is your worth? Because we've conflated those two things. And so the work that I do in my own life, in the counseling as a logotherapist, the work of Viktor Frankl, meaning-centered psychotherapy, and the work that we do in men's peer groups is to take back our true power, which is never out in the world. And it's never in the gavel of a judge. And it's certainly not in the numerical values you have in the bank. It's what Viktor Frankl, the founder of logotherapy, called the defiant power of the human spirit. And that is yours. Nobody and nothing can take it away from you. And it isn't dependent on circumstances, and it isn't dependent on your marital status. And again, what you can and can't provide during this holiday season from a material perspective. But a man can always provide from that place of defiant spirit, that place that can never be reduced. He can always provide an example of what's possible to his kids, or live his values out in the world, or reimagine himself, as Frankl says, transforming tragedy into triumph. And it's just so important as we go into this holiday season to really remember, particularly the men in our lives and the struggles that they're up against. Of course, all people, but I shouldn't have to say that. That goes without saying. Men, for me in particular, you're not alone. You need a place, a safe space and a brave space to come and really be seen for so much more than all of these things I've just described, your net worth, and to have a place where you can come and explore those deeper values, discover your defiant spirit, to learn to live it in a beautiful way with beautiful brothers around you. So jump over to menspeergroups.com and learn more about how you can join a peer group, or behalevi.com, where you can learn how we can work together.